Hello friends, welcome once again to my YouTube channel Market Basics. In this video, we will discuss about mutual fund. Mutual funds are a very important part of the stock market. So what is mutual fund? Mutual fund is basically a scheme whereby they pool money from various investors and they invest on their behalf in the equity shares. If it is equity scheme, they will invest in equity shares of various companies. If it is debt scheme, they will invest in debt scheme of various entities. It is SEBI regulated. How does mutual fund works? As per SEBI mandate, there has to be a sponsor of mutual fund. Then there is a trustee who manage the AMC company. Then they have the AMC company. And below that, they have the fund manager. For every mutual fund scheme, a fund manager is appointed. Below fund manager, they have the research desk. They give the research details of various companies to the mutual fund manager who will decide accordingly on which company to invest. In simple words, we can say if you are investing in mutual fund, you are giving your money to an expert to manage on your behalf. Now I will tell you about how to invest. You have to invest depending on your risk profile, your monetary targets, and your time frame for how much period your money is freely available. You don't want it for any other purposes. Next is direct investing versus investing in mutual funds. If you are investing directly, then you have to keep track of your companies where you invested, do your own research. In mutual fund, you are giving money to an expert, so he will manage it on your behalf. He has his own expertise, so he will manage on your behalf, and you don't have to keep daily track of the same thing. How to invest? You can invest in lump sum or invest in a every month. Every month you don't have to give check. You can give an ECS mandate. So every month the amount will be deducted from your bank account automatically once you have given the mandate. So how mutual fund investments is diversified? Even if you are giving us a lump sum of rupees, say 25,000 rupees, that will go into 30 to 40 schemes. Every mutual funds, most of the mutual funds invest in about 30 to 40 companies. So your investment is indirectly diversified. In direct investment in the stock market, you may not be able to invest in so many companies and manage it. Similarly, even if you are giving an SIP, say SIP of rupees 2000 per month, that will also go indirectly into 30 to 40 companies. Of course, there are some mutual fund schemes which invest in less than 30-40 companies. Those schemes are also there. How do you keep track? What is the value of your investment? All mutual fund schemes give daily NAV. At the end of every trading day, daily NAV is declared by all mutual fund schemes. So you can keep track of your mutual fund schemes accordingly. Further, Demat account is not compulsory. You can hold mutual fund schemes in Demat form also or in paper form also. Paper form also means it will come in by way of a plain statement to you. So that is called paper form. Then there are basically in equity schemes, there are two types of schemes. One is called growth scheme, in which whatever value is appreciated or dividend is declared by the mutual fund company, you don't take any money from the mutual fund company, you reinvest it. It is reinvested by default if you go for growth scheme. So there is another scheme which dividend scheme, in which whatever dividend is declared by mutual fund company, you get it in your bank account and you can use that money. Apart from dividend option, there are other options from where you can plan your, if you want some cash flow back from your mutual fund schemes, you can plan for SWP option, that is called systematic withdrawal plan. Another main advantage of investing in mutual fund is the tax angle. If you are investing in fixed deposits or say bonds, whatever interest they are giving, that you have to include in your taxable income and offer for tax. If there is a TDS, then you have to compulsorily file your tax return and get refund of this. In mutual fund, this is a big advantage. If you are not doing anything, You're not withdrawing your money or giving your scheme for redemption. There is really no tax effect. So that is a very good part of mutual fund investment. And now we will see the taxation aspect of mutual funds. Equity mutual funds are taxed in same way as the direct investment in stock market. If you are holding your mutual fund scheme for more than 1 year, then it will be considered as long-term capital gain, and only 10% tax will be payable by you. That 10% tax will be payable only if your long-term capital gain is of rupees more than 1 lakh rupees. For short-term gains, if you are holding it for less than 1 year, then you have to pay short-term gains at the rate of 15%. For debt scheme, the taxation is, if you are holding it for more than 3 years, then it is considered as long term, and you have to pay tax at the rate of 20%. 20% with indexation benefit. So net tax rate will be quite less. And for debt scheme, if you are not holding for more than 3 years, then it is considered as short term, and you have to pay tax at whatever tax slabs your income is coming. Accordingly, you have to pay tax on them. There are many people who say that my mutual fund scheme has not performed well. I have invested so much money, but I did not get return. There are past data and analysis which show that even the worst scheme of the mutual fund, that has also given return of more than 10%. And the best scheme has also given return of more than 20% per annum. The holding period, of course, you have to keep patience. If the holding period has to be more than 6 to 7 years, then you can get you will definitely get return better than your fixed deposits. There are various types of mutual fund schemes. Say particular scheme may invest in only large cap companies, that is the big companies. Then another scheme which is very popular nowadays is flexi cap. Flexi cap scheme, in that scheme the mutual fund manager has full flexibility. He can invest in large cap, mid cap and small cap. Then you have a multi-cap category. In multi-cap category, the mutual fund manager has to invest a particular amount in large cap, particular percentage in large cap, particular percentage in small cap, and particular in mid cap securities. So what is small cap, large cap, and mid cap securities? This is defined by the SEBI. So this list comes, and accordingly the mutual fund has to take a call whether he is investing in large cap, small cap and mid cap securities. Another popular scheme of mutual fund is tax saving scheme, that is called equity linked saving scheme, ELSS. In this you get deduction under section 80C. Overall rupees 1,50,000 limit is there in under section 80C. Under that you can invest in ELSS scheme of mutual funds. The advantage of investing in ELSS is you get comparatively better return as compared to other tax saving schemes, and the lock-in period is only of 3 years. So in 3 years you can withdraw the amount. And there are various other schemes of mutual fund. There is a fund of fund overseas. If you want to invest in overseas market, you can invest in this fund of fund overseas. Many mutual companies are having these schemes. Similarly, there is a gold fund. If you want to invest in gold, you have gold fund in which you can invest. Similarly, there are various funds. Overnight fund is there. If your money is lying in your current account where you are not getting any interest, you can invest in a overnight fund. Similarly, for current account, if you are having money you can invest in liquid fund also. There also the returns are there as compared to the current account where there is no interest income. There are many solution oriented scheme also, like children growth fund scheme and retirement fund. But all these objectives you can achieve directly also by investing in a regular equity fund scheme. There are index fund also. Suppose if you think the Nifty will rise and you are not able to decide which company to buy, you can invest in Nifty funds. Similarly, there are Bank Nifty funds also, which track the Bank Nifty index. So you can invest in those funds also. Similarly, there are funds but relating to a particular sector. You have you can have a financial and banking sector fund. You can have a pharma fund. There is also a IT fund that invests in technology companies. So similarly, for every need, there is a mutual fund scheme which you have to keep in mind. That's all about in this short video about mutual fund. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my videos with your friends and colleagues, and do give your comments. And of course, if you like the video, do give your thumbs up. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you.